delivering truly omnichannel experience to customers and helping navigate their digital transformation journeys. And today I have Joe, the CIO of CBHS, and Jason, head of digital, along with Kedar and the team to deliver this program, talk about their experiences, their learnings over the last 1 year. Please welcome Joe Nicholas, CIO of CBHS.
Thank you, Shandan. As Shandan said, we started this journey literally with Infosys, our partner, this event last year. So it's quite exciting to be sharing this with you all. I want to thank you all for taking the time out to share this journey with us, but also quite satisfying because in 12 months we've actually delivered all of our value we set out. We actually delivered what we set out to deliver, so it's quite satisfying to do that. So what we're going to cover today, we're going to talk a little about who CBHS is as a private health insurer. We're going to talk about why we're on this journey. And these two gentlemen are going to talk about the what we actually did and show you actually what we've been doing. And then I'm going to come in at the end and talk about what is next. So that's hopefully really exciting for you. Hopefully you'll be joining in the excitement that we've shared in this last 12 months. But also that's in a way that's useful. So, who is CBHS? So CBHS, I'm not going to go through the slide, but I'm going to say that we are a leading provider of insurance provider. And all of you out there hopefully have private health insurance, and if you don't, you can talk after and sorry, marketing insists I say that. But as a private health insurer, we have a 68-year history of delivering private health insurance to the CBA. So we operate two funds, one which is a not-for-profit restricted fund for CBA employees that have been granted that for 68 years. In 2016, we launched a second fund, an open fund, which was to address the broader private health insurance market. So some of the things we're very, very proud of is an NPS score, which is very high, and we can consistently maintain a very high NPS score. And from a success perspective, our key value is members first, and members at the heart of everything we do. So from a CBHS perspective, this is a slide that outlines our core values. And two things I want to call out here is we see ourselves more than being just a private health insurer or your health and happiness. But principally, it's this line here that members are at the heart of everything. When I joined CBHS in 2015, I heard the word member more often than I care to remember. It's a culture and ethos that goes throughout the whole business. We are here for the members. And this journey that we're on now is again all about the members. So that's a key thing that I've hopefully acknowledge and receive throughout the session today. So the best way to really explain who CBHS is to show you a short video. Let's go to that.
CBHS has been around for 67 years, delivering a relationship with
CBHS is a non-profit organization, so we make sure that through these care values that whatever the member gives back to the organization, we give it back to them.
the CBHS is mission is to be the best healthcare and we are known for members care, everything we do, and the care principles are those elements of our values that set us apart.
Exactly one week
sound wasn't probably as effective and right.
CBHS has been
So I mentioned that we started this journey with Infosys 12 months ago, literally almost at this event, maybe a few months earlier. But CBHS has been on this journey since late 2016, and we'll cover that off in a little bit more detail shortly. But it was really, the whole journey really accelerated significantly when we partnered with Infosys. And what we're going to share with you today is the real milestones and traction we've achieved in the last 12 months. So, for me, what we're talking about is not a transformation. Transformation is a buzzword out there. It's a word that a lot of organisations use, but for us, it's really about enablement, and it's enabling the members. The members, one of the reasons we did this, and the reason we're going on this journey, is because our members are insisting and asking for it. So unless we listen to our members and they're at the heart of everything we do, we're not going to succeed. We're not going to succeed in the marketplace or succeed as an organisation. So it is about enabling our members. Now, in order to do that, we have to go through this journey. So if we look at the challenges that we had initially in late 2016, we acknowledge, like most organisations, that we had legacy systems, we had manual workflows in place, and we had disparate platforms. So what we looked to do was to address those challenges, but within a specific context. So as an APRA-regulated entity, we have strong governance and strong controls over our risk management. We have to take that into account when we look to enable strategy. We also, as I mentioned, launched a new fund, which is CBHS Corporate, which is a for-profit open fund, which is unique compared to the history of the CBHS as a whole, which is not for-profit. So we have to address these challenges within the context and how we move forward. So in terms of the direction that we chose, it was about choosing a platform, not a point solution. This is a key message. And what Salesforce delivers to this enablement program is a platform that allows us to look at all of the interactions that we have with our members, that truly omni-channel experience that Shandam mentioned, and being able to engage with our members through all those channels, through their channel of choice. That's the key message for us. It's about giving members the choice to utilise the channel that they prefer to use. So this is the reason why we undertook the journey. Now we want to talk about what we actually did, and I'm going to hand over to Jason, who's the head of digital. He and his team are responsible for actually doing all this work and working particularly with Infosys on delivery.
Thanks, Joe. We started our Salesforce journey about two and a bit years ago, and we've been consistent with the last 12 months and into our second year. Initially launched Salesforce January, March 2017, which is really outsourced Sales Cloud, Marketing Cloud, email marketing, SMS. Then we started with Infosys early January 2018. Went through with enhancements to the existing application form that we built in marketing development, which is OVAC, Overseas Health Cover. Then sort of defined the roadmap for Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and Marketing Cloud to provide some enhancements for both the three products. From a Sales Cloud perspective, we're basically straight through processing, taking out-of-the-box functionality, creating customized pages, and extensive configuration. And with Service Cloud, the same thing. So we launched Service Cloud in October 2018, shortly followed by Service Cloud in November. Service Cloud is currently in incubation still, so we're doing quite a lot of testing with the business. Other recent developments that we're working through now are initial projects with SHC, so students for student application development marketing cloud. We've got changes with the PHI reforms, you may not know around this happening at the moment. And moving into the next round of development and launching Service Cloud in April this year.
Thank you, Jason. So Jason has talked about what we have done so far. So let's see how these connected clouds are being used in CBHS environment and what value it delivers to our members and member engagement. So we have three connected clouds. We have, first I'll start with Marketing Cloud. So we are using Marketing Cloud extensively for doing campaign management, lead generation. We are also using it for marketing automation. So if you ever walk across any CBA bank or a private line pharmacy and you come across a machine for a health hub, where you can put your hands, measure your blood pressure, height, BMI, and then when you consent, leads get generated from a non-Salesforce database into Salesforce and assigned to the correct person. That automation is built. CBHS is very proud of having 3,000 plus network, voice, and dental and optical providers. Along with Marketing Cloud, along with the legacy system, and along with Voltex, we do end-to-end server management administration also. And we are now doing a basic member journeys using Journey Builder in Marketing Cloud. And this will get further enhanced, I'm sure Joe will speak about that with the rich Marketing Cloud data. Jason did talk about two important business. We are running our overseas health, overseas members. So we have two businesses. We have one is for overseas visitors, and this is for a non-student visa. So about 12 of the visa classes are supported. And so all those people can browse the health plans, they can enter their details, decide the place which they want to decide and buy a cover. Very recently, we also did a second business which is for student, and we are the 5th insurance provider, and in the competition we have been entered into the market after 9 years. And we are providing cover to almost 30,000 students who are, we are planning to be a provider for 30,000 students who come in Australia on a monthly basis. So one of the reasons we chose Marketing Cloud is because the speed of response. Anywhere else we were doing it would have taken much more time. So we decided that we will build it in Marketing Cloud. So that's what we are using Marketing Cloud for. Jason talked about like how did we have repurposed the Sales Cloud. So it's an extensive sales process. So we are doing lead creation, qualification, conversion. There are some moments to master, or there are some great features which we have built. So I will quickly talk about what we do. So we have a single opportunity view which gives all the details about the opportunity in single place. Need analysis and product recommendation results help enable our members to sell effectively. And then refine code and new application easy to the member onboarding process. This is how something a single opportunity view looks like for our memberships. All work which they need to do with opportunity progressing is available to them on demand. So along with the information as well as opportunity next progression actions like sending SMS, sending emails, following, taking some notes, or understanding what has been the interaction with them. So everything is available in a single view. So this is configuration which we have done. Need analysis is another important process in the health insurance business where our member peers find out that why the end customer is looking for the insurance. So it goes through a series of questions. There are about 7-8 questions with possible 50 choices, and it is required that by law that we understand that why the customer is looking for, and it is retrievable also on demand at a later date. So this is a need analysis wizard which has been built, which guides them into a series of questions easily. And so why is he buying this health cover for? What the motivation, like are they wanting to start traveling somewhere, or there is a existing health element which they want to cover, enhanced cover for? And and second thing, what the set of extras which they want, or they're happy with the basic hospital product. So it guides to a series of questions on that, and at the end of it, it recommends something called as the product recommendation screen. So we have a number of options of the products our members to choose from. All our members are highly trained into this, but this offers as a good decision support system for them to choose from. So a minimum product is recommended to them, plus the complete peace of mind, which is the next best available options, and a combination of either a package, like if a member is looking for only a hospital or extras cover, or a combination of that in a form of package like that. And all of this information can be sent in a form of a code to a customer, which we can keep on working on. And if we need to fine-tune any parameters in terms of refining the code, we don't need to go and create a fresh opportunity. Everything can be done through help of the define code. So this has basically made the life of the member here, team members, salespeople very easy, and all of this information then gets passed on to a join online portal where members can be effectively joined. We have seen now saving almost 12 minutes to 12 to 15 minutes on the per membership which we are saving. only when it is coming to the final stage. So all this we have done, we are using Sales Cloud for. And when we talk about Service Cloud, we have, which is currently in incubation, which is extensively tried out. So we have delivered the out-of-box functionality of member search, the entire case management suite, and the knowledge articles. But we have also invested into what we call it as a single member view and next best activity. So I'll just take a minute in terms of explaining that. So this is how a single member view look like. So every details about the membership, who are insured. Then on the right hand side you have the next best activity. Now this is the alpha build in terms of making the membership complete. Like if you have some dependence on the membership and maybe your son, you have not submitted a transfer certificate, or he's turning 25 and law requires him to have his own independent cover, he cannot be a student. Or we want them to promote email mode of communication, but they're still on paper. So this we keep on reminding them and getting their inputs to make the membership more complete. Now the beauty is that all of these things is configurable. If we don't want to have over communication with the agent, we can put it to snooze for some time. What we also have is notes. Now notes is a very specific concept in the CBHS world because they move from notes to a case kind of note. Okay? And there are three types of notes: privacy note, priority notes, and dentist notes. So all of those things we are transitioning capacity we are using, plus the claims and communication history and what has been the surveys which has been sent. So all this is available in the form of single member view for all the member care consultants which will be used. So these are some of the highlights of the products which we have built. Now I'm going to be asking Jason to speak more details about how did we went upon achieving this in last 5 years.
We've had Infosys on site for 14 months now, so sort of part of the family of CBHS now. The benefit of having Infosys stay with us is they're always there for me to annoy them on a daily basis. I think I started about 10 a.m. just about 6 p.m. Kidar. Yep. And then Kidar joins the team in India following that until about midnight when we start again in bed. When we started the project, we had a dedicated on-site team, which is about 10 people, I think, from the beginning. And the offshore team was there as well. Once we started the development of the project, the onshore team sort of shrunk down again, and the offshore team sort of ramped up. It was up to about 10 to 20 people working at any particular point in time. The benefit of having Infosys is you guys can scale for us when we start throwing more projects at you, when we start changing scope, like we did quite readily throughout the project, which led to quite a few interesting conversations. But throughout the project, we basically followed a six-step principle. Starting from requirements gathering, delivering a sort of a key outcomes document. We sort of finalised our data model, which is quite restrictive from my perspective. Having to keep all the data on insights, CBHS, and sending certain bits of data out to the cloud as we need them. Then moving into the build, proof of concept. The last two sections are very important for us, which is incubation. So we did a lot of trial of the work with smaller groups of people business, and then we actually rolled out smaller pieces of functionality into the live environment as we went, as we sort of felt like we were ready to go.
So, thank you, Jason. Joe, you want to cover quickly the next steps, or you want to?
Can you hear? Yeah, sorry. So just to wrap up what we've just covered off, I think the key messages are that what we've done with Salesforce is establish a platform, and in that platform we've been able to go through the whole journey with the member, and we've established a consistency of process and a consistency of compliance. We operate in a market and an industry where compliance is paramount, so our ability to do this now with the processes in both sales and service are absolutely key. So it's really important to understand that that's what the platform delivers. Yeah? And then working with Infosys, I do want to highlight the flexibility of resources with both the onshore and the offshore model. We were able to leverage the onshore model where you had high stakeholder engagement, those you mentioned, and that delivered high understanding and high engagement with the business. And then the offshore model were able to leverage a lower cost model, but more importantly, they were working when we were sleeping. So we would come in the next day, in progress with the work that was going on. So it was very effective. So nothing more, it was that time zone benefit that we get from the resource flexibility and working with these investors. So we've achieved a lot in the last 12 months. We've got more than we want to do, and we're just going to spend a few minutes talking about that. So what's next? So Jason mentioned that our Service Cloud offering is currently in incubation, so it's in with the business, actually in a testing phase of the business. So we're looking to launch that in April, primarily because of the existing workload for the business didn't allow us to do it earlier than that. So that's a key initiative where we're actually implementing the Service Cloud across all the member teams. We've spoken about omnichannel quite a number of times, and even though we've gone part the way through that omnichannel experience in terms of enabling our members to engage with us through all channels, we still need to do some extension beyond that. And one of the things that we are looking at is Einstein and the role that Einstein plays, both from a knowledge and management perspective with our service team, but also in terms of providing that intelligent interface and bot to our actual members to provide out of our support. We want to optimize our marketing cloud. Marketing cloud is something that is integrated with all the other two clouds that we're using at the moment, but we need to go further in terms of reaching a potential audience that we believe we have. And finally, as I mentioned, it is about the potential use of bots with Einstein. I'm sure some of you have already seen sessions on Einstein. We think that's very, very exciting. And artificial intelligence as a whole, and the role that it plays within CBHS. So that's the